Hey, 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 how are you? Good morning. What's up? What's going on? It's your chief visionary, Natasha Davis here. It's the Real Biz Life right here inside the Business Lab. Listen, let me tell you what, we are recording live. This particular show is not going to be evergreen because it is a new year. It is January 4th, 2024. I am so excited to be back with you. I hope you enjoyed your holidays. I hope you enjoyed your New Year celebration. It's just been amazing, right? So this year is already popping off some good things, right? I know we're only 4 days in, but I hope you can feel the energy. I hope you can feel the awesomeness. I mean, there's like this energy in the atmosphere. Great things. I mean, visions are like boom right in front of your face. And I tell you, I made a post the other day on LinkedIn and I think Facebook and Instagram, I can't remember, but I made a post on social media and I said, welcome to 2024 and I hope you're ready. I hope you can feel the energy where we are talking about feeling and receiving our miracles, feeling and receiving our manifestations, feeling and receiving the massive movement that's going to be held this year, and feeling and receiving the momentum that we are on. And I want you guys to hold on to all of those. Hold on to the fact you are going to experience and receive your miracles, receive your manifestations. You are going to experience all the massive movements that you have been planning for, needing, wanting, even the things you didn't even think about. And you are going to experience so much momentum this year. It's going to be crazy. I am so excited. Thanks for joining me again live here at the Real Biz Life show right here inside the Business Lab. And I want to tell you, this year in business, in this lab, we're going to hyper focus on some principles and processes so that we can achieve economies of scale, right? We're going to be hyper focused on it. I'm going to pick it apart for you this year, and I'm going to give you everything that you need to start looking at and reaching and grabbing hold of how to accomplish and achieve economies of scale. It is a beautiful thing. This year I'm just really passionate about supporting companies so that we are scaling on purpose. We are building momentum, and that is my mission. That's my whole focus. So I'm coming for you. I'm right here. Okay. And so speaking of scaling on purpose, this year, February 22nd, 2024, right here in Atlanta, is the 2-day branding, profits, and growth business summit. I would love to see you there. We have some great experts that are going to join us to unpack some powerful principles. So if you have not had the opportunity yet to go and check out the details, if you haven't seen it as I've been out, please go ahead and go to bpgsummit.com. That's BPG Summit, Branding Profits Growth Summit.com for details about the upcoming business summit. And I look forward to seeing you there. It's going to be epic. Epic, epic, epic. All right. So you guys know that this live show is where we dissect the good, the bad, and the strategy. We're talking about business. We're talking about business processes, principles, all that good stuff. And I love being able to transfer knowledge to you so that you can literally lift the lid off your thinking and you can explore the greater possibilities. What's in front of you? Like, how do you accomplish this thing? Like, can I look at this thing and make it happen? Heck yeah. Yes, you can. Because in this particular right here in this show, what I'm focused on is doing what I want you to normalize and simplify strategic planning. We are going from point A to B to C to D, straight down to Z, and we're doing it with ease and we're doing it with speed. We're doing it with grace. We're making it happen, right? And so make sure that you join me. I'm here every Thursday, unless I tell you I'm not, at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And remember, if you are on the replay team, you just hit that hashtag replay team in the chat and I'll show you some love. Right now, as we're live, you drop me a message and chat with me. I will chat back with you. All right. So Today, we're going to talk about something that's really important that you're going to need, especially as we're kicking off this year, as we're thinking about things, as you're looking at your plan and you're looking at the little, maybe the notes that you took down, you're looking at your full strategic plan, which I hope you have. But if you don't and you have it swimming in your head, I want you to pull it out of your head and I want you to get it on a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you do have to be purposeful. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you do have to be purposeful. I want to hear what's in your head. Get it out of your head. Put it on a piece of paper. Make sure people around you know what you're going after, right? Because if you are not going after something, you will stand still. Okay, I'm just telling you. Okay, so I want you to be very, very purposeful with what you're doing. All right, so today right here, I want us to go inside the business lab, okay? And when we go into business lab, I want you to literally open up your minds, okay? I want you to open your minds. I'm going to give you some cool little tips, some cool little information, but I'm going to scratch the surface on a really important topic today. And today we're going to talk about the power and the purpose of net revenue expansion. And I'm going to talk to you about the strategies behind that, the why behind that, like what are we doing? So net revenue expansion is such a powerful aspect of business, and you should be looking at that. You should be focused on net revenue expansion. How do we expand the capacity, the revenue capacity of the company and of the business, whether you are a product business or a service business? Now, many of you know that I am focused. I specialize in service business, professional service based businesses. However, I've done a fair amount of work in product based companies, and the principles are pretty much the same with a few little tweaks depending on what you're dealing with. But when we are going to expand the revenue capacity, the bucket, the compartments, the capabilities of a company, we have to be very purposeful and intentional about that. Because why? We want to scale on purpose. That is it. That is our mantra this year. Hashtag scale on purpose. Drop that in the chat right now. Hashtag it's time to scale on purpose. We are going to do really great and phenomenal things. So, all right, let's get into it. So what is net revenue expansion? What is that? So net revenue expansion is basically the revenue that expands over a period of time from an existing customer, right? Because they have expanded their engagement with either your products or services. I'll say that again. Net revenue expansion is the expansion of revenue over a period of time from an existing customer who has expanded their engagement, their usage, their patronage of your products and or services. Net revenue expansion is something that you have to plan for. It has to be a part of your business model. It has to be a part of your vision. It has to be a part of your annual strategy. I mean, it has to be. You have to be able to look at how do we expand the revenue so that we can accomplish what? Economies of scale. Economies of scale. We've talked about this. Economies of scale is growing the company, but spending less to get there. Growing the company, but you're spending less to get there. Economies of scale. All right. So as I said, I'm going to unpack the principles of both service and product, even though I do specialize in professional service-based businesses. However, I have done a fair amount of work in product-based businesses, so I can speak to both. So I'm going to give you some. All right. So today, let's unpack it. I want you to take the lid off your thinking, get yourself a little note, open up your note section, open up the notes in your phone, on your tablet, open it up on your computer, or get a sheet of paper and start writing down some ideas that begin to come to you. Okay. So today I'm just going to scratch the surface, high level. Really, I'm just going to scratch the surface and go high level and give you the keys to expansion of your revenue. All right. The first thing is you have to think of intentional pivoting. If you do not intentionally pivot, and you don't wrap your head around intentional pivoting, you're not going to be able to understand the principles that I'm about to put down for you. This is not new. This is not anything new. This is what happens in business. This is what happens in a scalable business. All right. It happens in a company who's like, we need to go from point A to point B. It is our intention to go from point A to point B. So in order to get from point A to point B, we have to be intentional. We have to pivot with the times, and we have to prepare for the next level, for the scale. Okay. Why should we even think about economies of scale? First of all, let me share this with you. If you are a service-based business, you need to offer some form of a product. And if you're a product-based business, you really do need to offer some form of a service. If you are in business 5, 10, 15 years, I'm going to need you to switch some things up a little bit. If you are primarily in services, you should have some kind of a product attached to your business. This is where you're going to get net revenue expansion. Okay. And if you are a product-based business and you've been in business for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you need to do what? Get some services on board, because you're going to expand that revenue. You're going to do some really great things. So get that in your head. Why should you do this? If a customer is with you and they're happy with you, they would rather stay with you. They don't want to go looking all over the place and having to start a whole new relationship and all that good stuff. They want to stay with you. But if you don't offer them something else to continue to meet their needs and to continue to help them to move forward, they begin to wander. They're like, well, what's going on? You got your clients out here cheating on you. Don't let your clients go out here cheating on you all willy-nilly. Right? No, give them what they want. If they're with you, they want to be with you. They want to work with you. They want to stay with you. As long as it's within your purview, it's within your reach, even if it means that you have to collaborate with another provider so that you can collectively service the needs of your customer. I'm trying to tell you, don't be all, closed-minded and closed fist. Let me tell you what, open up that hand, open up that mouth, go, and so you can feed the masses. Okay. So another advantage to net revenue expansion is that it helps the company to not only become more of a foundation, but as we talked about before, you're able to grow and continue to advance, but you're spending less. Economies of scale. All year long, you guys are going to be sick of me. We are talking about strategic planning, scaling on purpose, economies of scale all year long. I'm going to be dropping golden nuggets all year long, because this is my hope and my wish for you, is that you're going to definitely build that momentum and accomplish the goals that you have right here. Get it out of here, put it on paper, and let's go. All right. So the goal for the company is to do what? To grow more, and you spend less over time. So let me give you some key things. This is what I need you to write down. I do not want you having the wrong ideas or misconceptions around what net revenue expansion is. Key number one, I'm going to give you 3 key things. The first thing is net revenue expansion is relevant to existing clients only. Existing clients only. Net revenue expansion pertains to existing clients only, not the newbie clients and not those return clients that came back after some time. Existing clients, net revenue expansion is relevant to that. Number 2, net revenue expansion is not about increasing your prices. This is not a price acceleration, or that's not what I'm talking about. That is not net revenue expansion. Net revenue expansion is about adding on the services or products. I'm talking about upsell, cross-sell, premium offerings. It is about an add-on. It's an add-on on top of what your customer is already engaged in. It is not about increasing your prices. We're not talking about price acceleration and price adjustment. Number 3, net revenue expansion is for recurring revenue, not for a one-time purchase. Net revenue expansion is about recurring revenue, not for one-time purchases. If an existing customer makes a one-time purchase of an additional thing, that is not net revenue expansion. It has to be something that is recurring. Okay. There you have it. So key number 1, it's for existing clients, not for newbies or return clients. Number 2, it's about adding on. It's not about a price increase or acceleration, right? We're talking about upsell, cross-sell, premium offering. Number three, it is a for recurring revenue, not for one-time purchases. Those are the three key, most important things I need you to know what net revenue expansion entails as a strategy. When you sit down and you say, I'm going to have a net revenue, that is the top three strategies you have to start keeping in mind, right? That's how you're going to move it. So the product or service that you're going to add on as an offering, right? You're going to layer it on as an offering. It can be complementary to your original offering or not. All right. It doesn't have to be directly in line with. It can be complementary or not. All right. So let's take the lid off your thinking and let's expand some possibilities. So I'm going to give you some simple examples as it relates to service-based businesses. So say, for example, you offer like health coaching services. You're a health coach, fitness coach, right? You're a personal trainer, right? You do health coaching services. The product that you can add on is what? You can do supplements, or you can do a cookbook, or you can do whatever workout equipment. Of course, you should put your branding on the workout equipment or the cookbook. Wink, wink. Okay. Hashtag brand first. All right. So, but you can offer these things. So say, for example, you do like maybe the weight bands. You can get branded weight bands, and that can be sold to them. And maybe over time, you can sell them different upgrades of the weights, because, you know, the weight bands, they come in different weights. You can do a cookbook. You can do a cookbook series. Maybe they're going through different phases in their health journey. You can offer the phases of it. It can be a digital component to it where it's a monthly subscription. Okay. So as a health coach, you can do that. And of course, we talked about supplements. All right. Another good example for service-based business. Let's say, for example, you offer professional consulting services. So say you offer professional consulting services. This is a service, right? The product that can be offered is a software. It can be maybe apparel and novelties that have motivational or empowerment statements that is on a subscription base. It can even be scented candles, right? You might have the, you know, I'm coming off the dome here, a candle that smells like power, you know, power, you know what I'm saying? Beast mode. I don't know, make it happen, right? But you can even do that and put these things on a subscription basis about recovering, right? All right, so let's talk about a product-based business. Say, for example, you are a product-based business. Say, for example, you sell books. You have a bookstore, right? Your service can be that you help with new book setup. You can help with new book setup. You can help with self-publishing setup. If somebody's doing a self-publishing book, you can do that. You can do editing services, or you can do a new book critique services. Any one of those type services, that would be complementary. That would be somewhat in line, right? Or let's say you sell software. Say, for example, you actually sell software, and the service that you now are going to provide will be implementation and setup services. You can do super user training of the team on software. You want to think of that. So as I said, I'm not talking about you just launched a business, you want to start looking at net revenue. No, because you need to actually, you know, get structure and process and all that stuff together. But once you've gotten a handle on it, you've been in business 5+ years, it is time, if not already, to start examining a net revenue expansion strategy. How do we support our clients on another level and guide them along the way? Okay. So the options are endless. The options are absolutely endless. And so what I'll say to you is, if you need a little, you know, help taking the lid off your thinking, no worries. I'm going to actually share with you that you can actually download a free checklist. It's called a revenue acceleration checklist. Go to the link you see on screen, freeibcgift.com, freeibcgift.com, and you can download the free revenue acceleration checklist. This is going to help to jumpstart your thinking, kind of get your juices flowing. You can go have a conversation with the team, get some ideas flowing, have a conversation with yourself, you and Jesus, just talking through it, whatever. Okay. But I don't want you to limit your thinking. I don't want you to be afraid of the possibilities. I want you to fully embrace the possibilities that are going to be downloaded to you. So go ahead and download the checklist. It's going to help to jumpstart your thinking, get some inspiration going. It is not an all-encompassing, exhaustive list. It is just something that to help jumpstart your thinking in the event that you're stuck. You're like, I don't know how to even think about this, but I've given you some ideas, and I would really be excited for you to start opening your minds and to embrace that as well. Okay, so yes, the checklist is free. Go to freeibcgift.com so that you can go ahead and get the revenue acceleration checklist. All right, guys, so there you have it. This is our kickoff of 2024 Real Biz Life right here inside hashtag the business lab, and having a good time. I hope this information has been super exciting to you. So you have your strategies for a net revenue expansion. I want you to go and scale on purpose, make it happen. Okay, if you need your chief visionary for any strategy, if you need me for training, if you need me for maybe speaking, I am available and happy to come and serve you. Please go to the link you see on there and you can book a power chat, impactbrandingconsulting.org. That's impactbrandingconsulting.org. You can go ahead and schedule a power chat with me. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, I need you to show me some love now. Hit the like button and please subscribe to the YouTube channel, please, and thank you. And tell somebody about the Real Biz Life show. We are here every Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bring a friend with you next week. And remember, if you are catching this on the replay team, please drop hashtag replay team in the chat and I'll show you some love. All right. One love, one heart, blessings upon blessings. I'll see you next week. Go and be great. Scale on purpose. Take care.